What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dom, and I'm back with another banger. I'm gonna keep this video as short and simple as possible. I just want to start off by giving you a fair warning. There's not gonna be any gameplay in this video. We're just gonna jump straight into the builder, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of different ways to modify this build. With the NBA Finals heating up, even though the Pacers just took a 2-1 lead, I know there's probably a lot of people out there that would love to create a build similar to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I also understand that there's some people out there that don't have any cap breakers unlocked, that are new to the game, and just want to have some fun. So like I said, I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways to modify this build, and some of these versions are going to require cap breakers, and some of them are not. Now to start off, I would like to say that I do understand that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", but in this game, everybody knows that the smaller your build, the more you're going to get out of your attributes. And if you don't have cap breakers, it's going to be really difficult to make a solid build that can compete at the 6'6" height. So I decided to go with 6'4", but don't worry, because every single version of this build that I'm going to show you is still going to get shades of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, you guys see the template, 6'10" on the wingspan with the 230 weight, but we're going to jump straight into the physicals. You're going to go with an 85 speed and an 85 agility to start off. But we're going to come back to this, don't worry. You're also going to go with an 85 strength to get that gold immovable enforcer badge. Then we're going to go with the 78 vertical. You're going to need this for those 1 foot and 2 foot moving contact dunks. We're also going to go with the 60 offensive rebound to get bronze rebound chaser, with the 68 block to get that bronze high flying denier badge, tier 2 badge, so we can get this badge on silver as well. With the 85 steal, we're gonna get gold interceptor and silver glove. We're also gonna go with a 92 perimeter defense to get all those defensive badges on gold: challenger, on ball menace, and pick dodger. Moving on to the playmaking, I went with an 85 ball handle along with an 86 speed with ball and an 85 passing accuracy. So you're going to get gold lightning launch along with some of the better dribble animations in the game. An 85 is all you're going to need to be able to cook up and create a bucket. And the 85 passing accuracy is going to be just enough to get that bronze bailout badge. Moving on to the 3-point shot, we're going to go with an 83 for this version of the build. And then we're going to take our mid-range all the way up to an 89. I highly recommend, if you have no cap breakers at all, go with at least an 89 mid-range to get that gold set shot specialist. Later on, you can add cap breakers to this category to get that gold deadeye badge along with Hall of Fame set shot specialist and gold shifty shooter. Now, obviously, if you already have cap breakers unlocked, you can modify this build. You can take your mid-range down to an 88, use a +5 in that category to get that 93 mid-range, and then use those points to get more out of your build in other categories. But we're going to pretend that we have no cap breakers, so we're going to go ahead and go with an 89 mid-range for now, and we're still able to take our driving dunk all the way up to an 89 to get those 1 foot and those 2 foot moving contact dunks. And we still have a little bit of points to work with in other categories. Now, obviously, at this point in the build, you can do whatever you want. You can add more free throw, you can add more speed, more agility, whatever you would like. An 87 and an 88 speed and agility is honestly pretty solid for a guard. I'm not gonna lie, I've played with 85 before and it's a little bit slow, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit more later. Don't forget, a 45 standing dunk will get you 2 standing dunk animations. Don't sleep on this. Now, last but not least, we're gonna move on to the post control. You're gonna take your post control all the way up to an 84. A 79 post control gets you gold post fade phenom. I'm going to take my passing accuracy down for now so you can see. The 90 mid-range with the 84 post control gets you Hall of Fame post fade phenom. So when you use your cap breakers to take your mid-range up, you're going to get that badge on Hall of Fame. This is also a tier 2 badge. So if you want, you can get legend post fade phenom on this build. And if you would like, you can go for an 87 post control as well. The 87 is going to get you gold post up poet. Definitely not a must, but if that's something you want to go for, be my guest. Like I said, this is going to be more of a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander build, and Shai definitely uses that post fade from the mid-range. So this, in my opinion, is a really solid style build. Now, if you have absolutely no cap breakers, don't forget, you need to go with at least an 89 mid-range and a 79 post control. If you plan on unlocking cap breakers later, keep that post control at an 84 and then get that mid-range upgraded later on in the year. But for now, I just recommend you go with at least an 89 mid-range and a 79 post control. That way you have that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playstyle from the mid-range. Now we're going to move forward. I'm going to talk about this build as I modify it a couple of different ways as well. I'm going to talk about these changes. Obviously, if you're somebody who doesn't really feel like they need that offensive rebound, it's honestly really cheap, but you can take it down if you want. Like I said, make sure you go with at least a 79 post control. You can take your post control down to a 79 if you'd like and use those points in other categories. If you play rec, I recommend with trying to go for around a 70 free throw. A 68 will probably be pretty decent, but you're going to be able to knock them down. I know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the free throw merchant, but in this game, you're going to be able to knock them down pretty consistently with just a 70 free throw. I promise you'll be fine as long as you find a good free throw animation. And as you guys can see right now, I have my mid-range at an 88. So if you're somebody who has +5 cap breakers at least, you can go with this as well. Get that 70 offensive rebound to get that silver box out beast badge. I know it might not seem like it's necessary, but it's really cheap. If you take that offensive rebound down, you're not going to be able to get much else out the build. Now, obviously, if you're somebody who doesn't feel like they need that 85 passing accuracy, you can take your passing accuracy down as well. Use those points to get a 94 steal. Then you can add your +5 later on to get a 99 steal on this build. And for now, you would have Gold Glove and Hall of Fame Interceptor. So it's completely up to you and your playstyle. For me, I really feel like an 85 passing accuracy is pretty necessary, especially playing point guard and if you're playing the rec. The 5v5, the guard needs to be able to facilitate the ball. Now, I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you can see what I came up with, but don't go anywhere because I'm going to show you another way to modify this build. Like I said, there's going to be a few different ways you can go about making this build, so it's going to be completely up to you and your playstyle. But for this version of the build, I went with the 70 offensive rebound to cap things off. Now, this is going to be the final version of this build, but like I said, this is supposed to be with no cap breakers. I forgot to take that mid-range up to an 89 for you. So if you need that 89 mid-range, do not forget, take that offensive rebound down to a 60. You can take your agility down to an 85 from where I'm at right now, or you can take that post control down to a 79. Do whatever you got to do to make it happen. And as you can see, you're going to get shades of Jalen Suggs, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Steve Francis, a two-way, three-level scoring threat. Now, obviously, if you have cap breakers, if you have 15 cap breakers, you can modify this build to make it even better. Get more out of the build. That's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you want. But if I was brand new to this game and I had absolutely no cap breakers to use, I promise this would be a pretty solid build to start off with. I feel like I could compete against most people with this build, even if they have cap breakers. I honestly know I can because I already have a build very similar to this that I already play on that I created without the post control. I'll be showing you guys that build in my next video. So if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Turn on those post notifications and hit that like button if this video helped you out in any way at all. Now I'm going to show you guys another way to modify this build. This is completely up to you. So if you're new to the game, this is going to be another solid version. We're going to go with the 6'11 wingspan on this version because all we're going to go for is that 89 3 ball. All you're going to need is a 79 post control on this version of the build as well. We're going to take our close shot down just because we don't need that 84 post control with this version. So this is going to give us the ability to get that 89 3 ball, unlocking silver limitless. So we're going to be able to shoot from deep on this version of the build. Obviously with this version, we're going to go with an 86 speed and an 86 agility as well, making them a little bit faster. So this is completely up to you. If you want to be able to shoot from deep a little bit further with that silver limitless, I play with an 89 mid-range on my build. I am considering recreating my build to get that 93 mid-range to get those badges on gold and Hall of Fame set shot specialist. I'm going to see what I can cook up really soon. Now with this version, we're also going to take our offensive rebound down. That way we get a little bit more agility, getting an 87 agility with an 86 speed. We're going to keep that 60 offensive rebound so we can still get putback dunks. And then we're going to take the last of our points on our standing dunk. We got a 64 free throw, unfortunately, on this build. That's not very, completely up to you. If you want to take your free throw up a little bit more, take your agility back down to an 86. Add that to your free throw. I know some of you guys really don't like not having free throw on your build, so this can be a little bit tough. Oh yeah, so we're going to take our defensive rebound down to a 52. That's going to give you the ability to take your free throw up to a 70. And then you can keep that standing dunk at 45, and you can keep your agility at an 87. Once again, absolutely no cap breakers. This is looking like a pretty solid build. You got a 92 perimeter and an 85 steal still. It's pretty solid on the defensive end with that 68 block. You're going to be able to get stops at the rim. Once again, shades of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, I promise I'm pretty much done showing you guys the modifications of this build, but I do want to talk about a couple of other things, so I'm going to jump right back into the builder really quick, and I'm going to show you guys one thing really fast. If you would like, if you're more of a player that likes to play for those steals, you can take your perimeter defense down to an 85, take your steal up to a 94. Later on in the year, you can add a +5 to this category to get a 99 steal, unlocking Legend Glove and Legend Interceptor. So that's completely up to you. If you want to be toxic going for that 99 steal, you can do that. But if you're like me and you play with rec randoms where people are setting screens all the time, you really want to have that 92 perimeter defense. At least gold pick dodger, I promise, is going to make a difference. And if you want more perimeter, there's a couple of things that you can do to get that 87, to get that Hall of Fame off-ball pest, which might not seem like a big deal, but off-ball pest is actually a pretty decent badge. Obviously, there's other things you can do as well, like taking your post control down, but that would completely take away the fact that this is a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander build. So we're going to keep that post control on for this version of the build, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this as well. I know that speed and agility is looking a little bit tough, so we're going to recommend that you use the slice takeover on this build. This is my very favorite takeover for this game. It gives you +7 to your speed and your agility, and not only that, makes it easier to time your dunks. Those meter dunks are a lot easier to time with this takeover. The takeover is also going to give you +7 to your driving dunk, giving you a 96 driving dunk, a 92 speed, and a 93 agility when your takeover is activated. Do not forget that the 86 ball handle gets you silver ankle assassin. If you unlock a +1 cap breaker, you can add it to this category. An 80 vertical will get you Hall of Fame aerial wizard as well. If you like the build, like I said, please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new. And if you're a returning subscriber, let me know what you think of this build in the comments. Let me know who you guys got winning the NBA Finals. I appreciate every last one of you guys that support me. And until next time, I'm out.